What if Belle's mom cursed the beast in the movie? As Old as Time by Liz Braswell is a Disney twisted tale, the movie that we know and love with a plot twist. This story starts with Belle's father, Maurice. He made his way through the world and ended up in a quaint little town where he met a beautiful woman named Rosalind. Like many people in this little town, Rosalind had magic, and it was just another part of her that Maurice fell in love with. They married quickly and everything was perfect. Until one day, some of the townsfolk started going missing. The people of the kingdom itself started to become fearful of those with magic. They started treating them differently, horribly. The townsfolk suspected that these fearful people were responsible for the disappearances. Rosalind went to the king and queen to plead for help. But the king and queen sneered and said that no one was safe from her kind. Why should they help the ones that are scaring their people? They were a problem that needed a quick and swift resolution. Defeated, Rosalind left. Over time, anyone with magic was driven out of their home, or disappeared altogether. Belle was born, and the young couple could no longer risk staying in their little town. They moved to an even smaller town along the river, and life seemed to just go back to normal. Years passed, and a plague swept through the kingdom. As one of the only remaining known people with magic, Rosalind was summoned to the castle. But the king and queen only wanted to save themselves from the plague. This act of selfishness enraged Rosalind. After everything they had done to her and her kind, as they so eloquently put it, they now wanted to use her for their own gain. Needless to say, she left. However, sometime later, Rosalind actually returned to the castle, but this time it was to test their young son, to see if there was any hope in their future leader. She disguised herself as an old beggar woman. This part happens just like it does in the movie. She ends up cursing the beast. However, in this story, she also cursed the entire kingdom to forget anyone with magic, so those in hiding may live in peace. Fast forward most of the way through the movie Beauty and the Beast as we know it, Belle is in the castle and in the West Wing. She took the lid off of the rose and actually touched it. The moment her fingers grazed the petals, she saw flashes of history, moments in time before the curse was cast. Nothing made sense to her. And over the next few days, Belle and the Beast worked together to figure out what had happened. Belle convinces the Beast that they must talk to her father and ask him firsthand what happened, if he remembers anything. When they get to their home, the Beast waits outside. But Belle never comes back out. She was captured along with her father and taken to an asylum. When she gets there, she finds that so many people had already been taken, and among them, her mother. She's alive. Belle finds out that everyone in the asylum has magic and are experiments for the crazy man who runs it. He is trying to extract their magic. The Beast, on the other hand, after finding the home empty, knew something was wrong. He took a huge risk and went to the townspeople for help. He recruited everyone in the tavern, including Gaston, to save Belle. They tracked them to the asylum, and it took the entire village to save them all. Finally free, Belle's mom had just enough magic left to break the Beast's curse. But he refused. He pleaded with her to save his staff and his friends. She did as he asked, knowing that he would soon break his own, for he had finally learned to love another and have that love returned. And everyone involved lived happily ever after.